The Venezuelan crisis has persisted for years, with approximately 8 million people fleeing the country over the past decade, creating a refugee exodus larger than that from Syria. In the 2024 election, opposition candidate Edmundo González Urrutia won 67% of the vote, according to independent tallies. But Maduro refused to acknowledge the results, continuing his dictatorial rule and ending 66 years of democracy. The Venezuelan people have engaged in non-violent resistance to restore democracy, with opposition leader Maria Corina Machado awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2025 for her efforts. The Trump administration viewed the Maduro regime as a narco state, allied with U.S. adversaries like Cuba, Iran, Russia, and China, posing a regional threat. It launched Operation Southern Spear, involving Caribbean naval deployments, expanded sanctions, international recognition of González as the legitimate president, maritime exclusions, and strikes on drug smuggling. On January 3, 2026, U.S. Special Forces, likely led by Delta Force, supported by the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit, conducted a successful raid in Caracas, capturing Maduro and his wife, who were transported to the U.S. to face criminal trials, including narco-terrorism charges. President Trump announced the operation, with Secretary of State Marco Rubio confirming the details. The crisis in Venezuela is essentially a rupture in the fabric of governing civilization. To halt this South Africanization spiral of decline, a mere regime change is far from sufficient. What is needed is a new era Marshall Plan, supplemented by institutional anchoring that lasts for an entire generation, at least 30 years. If Americans prove too weak or unwilling to shoulder this responsibility, they risk repeating the failures of Afghanistan and Iraq, thereby endangering the lives of American soldiers and citizens, as well as the future of the Venezuelan people. Moreover, today's arrest of Maduro, though undertaken with the noble intent of liberation, may one day be remembered as a reckless and irresponsible fling. The United States should not position itself merely as a liberator, but as a civilizational partner and institutional coach. This requires establishing a long-term trusteeship governance mechanism endowed with international legitimacy, through which deep empowerment is provided in the areas of justice, education, and resource management. This model must be mutually beneficial. It should secure stable energy supplies and geopolitical security for the United States, while offering Venezuelan youth a future grounded in the rule of law rather than populism. Only when rule of law transitions from external oversight to internal conviction can this pearl of the Caribbean truly become a steadfast civilizational ally of the United States.